Hello, welcome. Thank you for being here. Today's session is called Agents with Senses, and yes, we deliberately chose that title. For decades, AI has been largely text-bound. You type something in, you get something back. But the world doesn't work that way. Humans experience the world through sight, sound, touch, and context. So why should AI be any different? Agents with Senses is about AI that can see images, hear speech, read video, and act. It is AI that can see, look at your images and act. It is AI that is, Agents with Senses is about AI that can see images, read video, look at images, and act. It is AI that doesn't just answer questions. It looks at, it operates in multiple modalities. This is the frontier we're going to explore today with Dentsu. We're going to dive into the technology that is powering this shift and show you how Dentsu is using this in real-world experience. We're going to start with looking at Amazon's AI innovation and give you an introduction to Amazon Nova 2. From there, we're going to dive into three key areas. First, we're going to look at how to build intelligent agents using Amazon Nova. Then we're going to look at real-world use cases, how organizations are utilizing Amazon Nova to build agents. And third, we're going to look at how a global marketing company, Dentsu, is utilizing Nova. Before we get into what's new, let's look at where we've come from. Amazon has been shipping and building AI for decades. We first started with, long before AI became a buzzword. First, we started with rule-based decision systems. We then moved into classical ML, and then early language models, then foundational models. And now we're at the forefront of intelligent agents. And the question mark that you see at the end of this timeline, it's intentional. We're not at the finish line yet. We're at the beginning of the most exciting chapter yet. And each of these different stages has been built upon the last. Customers across industries are using Amazon Nova, from cryptocurrency company Coinbase to publishing behemoth Hearst to data and news agency Thomson Reuters, and of course, Dentsu. Hundreds and thousands of customers are already building on Nova. And we've been building with Nova too, through Amazon Shopping with Rufus, Amazon Ads, Alexa, Amazon Seller Services, and of course, Kiro as well. We talk to customers every day, and there is one thing that they tell us again and again. They need AI to be more practical. There are four other things that they have told us. They need AI to be more intelligent, so models that can reason more and handle better context, the models that are lower cost so that AI can be deployed across enterprises and not just in premium use cases, and more modalities and more customization. So text, speech, images, all stitch into a single model. This is the foundation of Amazon Nova. Let's see what we've built. Introducing the Nova 2 foundational models, Nova 2 Lite and Nova 2 Sonic. Nova 2 Lite is your multimodal reasoning everyday model for everyday workloads. With industry-leading price performance, Nova 2 Lite can help organizations and developers build efficient, reliable, and capable agentic applications. For organizations that want to also have domain-level expertise, Nova 2 Lite is your best performing model. Nova 2 Sonic is your speech-to-speech foundation model. It is built with understanding and reasoning built into it, and is also the model that you can use for human-like conversational interfaces. Let's look at the specs side by side. Both models are available in Amazon Bedrock. They're both generally available. They both have a 1 million token context window that is great for long-form reasoning. Where they both differ is in their multiple modalities. Amazon Nova 2 Lite is multimodal, text, speech, video in, and text out. And Amazon 2 Sonic is available in 7 languages with 22 voices. Speech in, speech text in, and speech text out. Toshal?
All right. Thanks, Swati. Hey, good afternoon, everyone. So as Swati was saying, when we talk to our customers, they are looking for price performance, the model which can, of course, not only a fastest model, but at the cheapest cost possible. And that's what we kept in mind when we were building our second generation model, Nova 2. My name is Toshal. I'm part of our worldwide go-to-market team. I work with a lot of our strategic customers, including Dentsu, across the world. We help them with their AI journey, but also we work very closely with our science and engineering team, which is the AGI team, which build these models. My session, what I wanted to cover is when we started the session, we talked about the 5 senses, the agents. I wanted to show you when we started building the Nova 2 model, we kept that in mind that when we started building the model, we built up with having an agents or agentic workload in mind, and we built a lot of capabilities in the model to make sure that it performed for those agentic workloads. So as you can see here, when we started looking at what are some of the key capabilities a model should have when you are building an agentic workloads. It could be the instruction following. The model needs to follow the instructions. Very important for the agent to work independently or autonomously. Information extraction. The agent should be able to extract the information without relying on a human intervention. And the last but not the least, tool use. Agents needs to call tool. Agent can't perform or agentic workload can't perform actions on their own. They're relying on external tools, whether it's web browsing or information extraction or just writing a code. So when we build the model, we wanted to make sure the model performed across all those categories. And as you can see from this industry benchmarking, the Nova 2 Lite compared to the other leading models in the industry, how it's performing across that. Not only that, but the model is also built with having all the agentic framework in mind, so it works really well across all the open source framework, like Llama Index, the LangChain, our own Strand SDK, and then you can run all of this agent on our agent core platform. Some of you might have seen the presentation early morning on that as well. Now, let me show you some of the capabilities of model on how a lot of this agentic workloads and why it's important to have these capabilities in mind as well. So we're going to go through all of them one by one very quickly before I hand over to Dentsu. So like developer control, multi-step reasoning, tool use, built-in tools, and extended context. These are all very important aspects of any model for you to build an effective agents or agentic workloads. So let's look at the first one, developer controls. With these developer controls built into the model, you can turn on and off reasoning. As Swati was saying, this is our first reasoning model, but not everything requires a reasoning. If you're just doing a simple chatbot agent, you don't require too much reasoning, and you want to keep the cost low, so you can turn off the reasoning. Similarly, when you're doing the reasoning, you can also control how much of a reason you want model to do. So we have also giving those knobs within the model where you can do low, medium, high. What this allows you to do is you can manage now the latency. By controlling the reasoning, you are now managing the latency of the model, and in turn, also controlling the cost. Because more reasoning means more tokens, more cost, but if you don't need that, you can lower it down and keep the cost in check as well. Second aspect is a multi-step reasoning. In order for an agent to perform, it needs to go through multiple tasks, a complex task, and this requires choosing the right tools, calling the right tools as well, and the model actually also detect failures, retry all on that own. So when you're building the agent, it needs all of this capability to go through it. Not only that, it also allows you to do native tool calling. What it allows, as I was saying before, when you are running any agentic workload or agent, you need access to the tools. And with this tool call capability, you can call XML tool or coding tool or web browsing tool. But not only that, we are also providing two built-in tools, very popular tools. So one is being the code interpreter. It's a very powerful capability where you can provide, let's say, Python script, and then now a model is able to do very complex tasks without having to rely on external tools. The second one, which is again very popular with our customers, it's called web grounding. What is web grounding means is a lot of the time customer or the agent needs to go and look for an information on the World Wide Web. Now there are two ways you can do it. You can build your own web scraper, so the agent is not exposed to the internet, or you can of course go to the internet and extract the information. What we have done is we're providing the entire World Wide Web as a grounding or as a managed service inside the model, and you can just simply call using enabling the knob or just calling via the API. So very powerful capabilities for the web browsing as well. And then last but not the least, the extended context. It's very important, especially when you're doing, agent is doing a multiple task. It needs to remember the previous context in order for it to continue having a conversation with a user in case of a chatbot, or when it's performing a complex code generation task. So for an example, the 1 million context length, as Swati mentioned, gives you, it can generate up to 50 to 100,000 lines of code, or it can do document up to 400 pages, or it can do 90 minutes of video in a single prompt. That's very powerful. So if you're doing a video understanding, which I'll show you in a second, you can provide an input, like load your video on a S3 bucket, point it to the model, and it will do the whole thing in single prompt. So let's look at two use cases. First one being the document understanding. Very simple, but very powerful. So one of our most popular use case where it intelligently processing all the documents. It recognizes the character, and it also extracts the key information out of any document. So here's an example of the OCR capabilities. Here in this case, as you can see, we provide an image, and then it's looking at the image and extracting the information in a structured format. Here's another example of extracting the key information out. You can also supply your own formats. You can supply an XML schema as part of the input prompt, and it will not only extract the information, but also produce the same output in the same format. So that was the IDP, or intelligent document processing use case. The second use case is image and video understanding. Again, very powerful. You're providing an image or a video. You can do a perception object detection, or you can do visual Q&A. So you can reason on image as well, or in the temporal understanding. So let's say you provide a sports video, and you can ask what happened at the 20-minute mark in this soccer video, or what time this first goal was made on that video. So the model will be able to answer those questions as well. So here's an example of a perception object detection. Very simple image. Prompt, he detects all the plants, TV, sofa, and then model will go and create this bounding box and detect all those objects and provide that to the user as an additional task they can perform. You can extract the information, what colors are the sofa or TV is on or off. You can do a lot of that, especially for security as well. If you're doing a security monitoring, you can also object detection as part of this functionality as well. All right, so these were the two use cases I wanted to cover. I know I went through very quickly because I wanted to make sure you hear from our customer as well. But if you do want to try Nova, you can, of course, go to our AWS console, but you can also try it on the web as well. You can go to nova.amazon.com. You can chat with it. You can try our new models. But if you also want to build an agent very quickly, we are also providing now a development environment within this website where you can quickly build agent using Nova models as well. All right, I'm going to hand over to our key partner. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Here I present the Dentsu AI practice for marketing utilizing AWS AI and technology. Let me introduce myself. I'm Satoru Yamamoto from Japan, Dentsu. I'm very happy some of you remember my presentation last year. Thank you very much. And I'm still struggling my English. I'm still practicing. And also from Japan to here, it took more than 20 hours. So also I'm still suffering from jet lag. But by the way, I'm the Deputy Chief AI Officer of Dentsu Japan. I'm in charge of AI across media, CXM, sports entertainment, and digital creative. And also I'm in charge of all AI L&D. Okay. And let me introduce the connection between me and AWS. And thank you so much. So far, I have a lot of opportunity to present in a big event like here. And not just that, also the reInvent twice and the several AWS Summit. And also, I have an opportunity to have a panel session in Cannes. Thank you very much. And also, last December, I was very happy. Matt Garman, the CEO of AWS, mentioned us like, I'm very happy to work with Dentsu, like marketing giant. Good. And I screenshot Matt Garman's comment and using again and again in my internal presentation. Yeah. By the way, let me introduce what Dentsu is. Dentsu is Asia's largest advertising agency, and we are operating our business more than 100 companies, and we have more than 70,000 employees. We have mainly 4 regions: Dentsu Japan, APAC, EMEA, Americas, and as I said, I'm the Deputy Chief Officer of Dentsu Japan, and also we have a subsidiary named Dentsu Digital. It's one of the largest comprehensive digital advertising agency in Japan. I'm Chief Officer here, and also we have subsidiary named Dentsu Data Mongolia. It's a kind of development hub, and I'm also the board member. And I have a different role, like a product committee member of APAC. So my role is I try to find a new way to utilize AWS AI in Dentsu Japan and then expand it to whole APAC area is my role. Okay, let's go to agenda. I have three items. How we are utilizing AWS AI technology to as execution and also marketing strategy planning and also physical experience. Let's go to the first item. As execution. We have the solution named Mugen AI. Mugen means infinity in Japan. And thankfully, we already succeeded to imply our solution more than 200 companies. And we achieved to get the improvement of more than 150%. And because this is a session of agentic AI, and we are utilizing a generative AI, agentic AI, directly to predict the performance of the advertisement. What is the good point when we use generative AI is we don't need big data because Amazon Nova is already super smart, so they have the background knowledge of marketing. So when we just input several data, and if it's good data, it's enough. And also compared to the classical machine learning, they can speak. So they can explain why they show us that kind of predicted result, and also how to improve. They can speak. It's a very, very important point. Let me share our user interface. By the way, I'm from Japan using ANA, All Nippon Airline. Thank you so much. And also, they provide us an example. Thank you so much. This is a user interface. All we need to do is very simple. As I said, we don't need big data. We just upload the small but good data. So we upload 8 advertisement results, and then automatically AI create that kind of prediction model. The correlation value between the actual result and the predicted value is very high. So this means we can quite accurately predict the performance. And then upload the new banner, new video banner. And then, as Toshal said, because it can quite easily understand what is happening in a video advertisement, which is very difficult in the previous era. So AI tried to analyze what is happening in this video episode. It's very, very small character, for example, but AI tried to divide the function like visual features, structure, tempo, main message. In this case, the children grab first. Now it's the time, that kind of thing is important. This is the analysis result from the AI. And then also it will give us how to improve that video ads. For example, dynamic expression emphasizing children's perspectives is important like this. And then not just that, it can write the storyboard from scene 1, 2, 3, Not just that, as Toshal explained, because it can generate image. So we can convert this text storyboard to image storyboard, and then it's time to make it move, right? Like this, we just input this storyboard together. In this case, we're using Luma AI, but of course on the bedrock. So like this, we can very, very quite easily generate that kind of video. Okay, so this is what we're doing for other execution. Okay, I want to introduce a few more examples. And this one is like elemental interface. So what we are doing is, but because currently for marketing, a lot of young people use a mobile phone, so we have a lot of time to necessity to change horizontal video to vertical video. But it's very, very tough when we do it with a human population. So what AI is doing is AI automatically detects the important point of the video. Basically, the main player is here. And, okay, so I will show the example. Because I couldn't get approval from our client, this example is our last New Year party video. Very strange story. Let's go. I don't know why we generate that kind of video, but like this. Not just fix the camera on the center, but they always try to detect what is the most exciting point. Sometimes they focus on person, sometimes focus on monster, and try to express how the battle is exciting like this. Okay, I don't know why we generate that video, but we can do that kind of things, right? Okay. And then let me share. Okay, enough. Let me share a little bit more example. This is about collaboration with the partner through AWS. AWS, thank you very much. Always AWS supporting us, not just providing their own technology, but also providing a third-party vendor technology. For example, Xnata. Xnata is one of the most, sophisticated Amazon Ads automation AI, and they introduced the CEO of Xnata to us, and also Luma AI. Luma has a several state-of-the-art foundation model, especially for video generation like this, and they also introduced the CEO of Luma to me, and not just that, also we can directly use Luma AI through AWS because they have bedrock. Luma AI is on the bedrock. It's very important. Okay. let's go to the result of Xnode. I'm sorry I cannot share the actual client, actual client name, but according to our POC, we try to increase the performance. ROAS is a return on advertisement spend. We succeeded to increase the performance, and not just that. It's really exciting, interesting. While human is manipulating 100 times in a campaign, 100 times is already so much, but AI manipulated more than 1,000 times, while human is manipulated 10 times, 100 times. In our team, we are already a kind of expert to handle Amazon ads, but still AI can succeed to have the higher result. But it's still tough to control Xnode user interface. So what we did is we create the interface to control Xnode interface using Amazon Nova. So currently it took 10 minutes to handle Amazon Nova and Amazon ads through Xnode, but now we can do it just 1 minute. It's what we did. Okay. All right, this part is very important for me because I was in San Francisco last week, and I have homework from the CEO of Luma. Hey, the camera, Luma, Amit, I'm introducing your product instead of you, okay? Watch later. Okay, and then this is the user interface of Luma AI. It's kind of just interface, but I think it's a very breakthrough because this interface includes this part, agentic AI, so not just generating image only one time, but we can we can collaborate with this agent and also with a multiple player. Okay, let me show you. Okay, so what we can do first is we can upload the brand guideline like this, and also the color example, the color palette, and the company's logo. This is the first step, and because it's not just image generation and video generation, it's agent. So it can understand what is important for their brand. And then next, okay, let's make the new product like this. So using the logo, we can generate the new product can, and then put the Luma logo here like this. And then also we can prepare the variety of the product. Oh, sorry, like this. Here I'm only showing that for 2 seasons, but it's quite easy to generate the several can pattern for each season, and not just generating a product, or we can convert this one to the social post to show the organic lifestyle, and also social paid ad and billboard, the real billboard, and also storefront. It's very exciting. But as I said, Luma has the state-of-the-art video generation AI. So what we can do is like, okay, let's make the picture for the first frame and end frame. All right, now to do that, okay, let's set this picture as the last frame, and then remove the can from here, and then a little bit modify the light reflection. And then it's ready to generate the video like this. So it's very, very easy to make, sorry, someone's voice is here. Sorry. But like this, it's very simple, but it's very powerful and easy to generate that kind of video. But not just that. Let me share the latest video from Luma. When we do Luma in a best way, we can generate that kind of video. It's much better than our New Year party video. Okay, take a look. Like this. Okay, one more. Oh, okay, oh, thank you. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. So it's very exciting. This video is fully generated by AI, which is applicable on the bedrock. It's really exciting. We already released this one. Okay, So far, I explained ad execution part. I think the ad execution part was the most exciting part in my presentation. But from here, it's not exciting, but it's interesting and curious. Okay, so next two item is the marketing strategy planning and also the futuristic physical experience. Okay, let's go to strategy planning. We have the solution named AI for Growth Agent Canvas. AI for Growth is a kind of our initiative. So we have the agent canvas. And on this canvas, we can select multiple LLM, of course, including Nova and Cloud. And we are following the philosophy of AWS. We can select a lot of LLM on that canvas. And not just that, of course, we can use a RAG web search database linkage, but not just that. We can connect the several agents together and orchestrate. So this is also, we are also following the philosophy of the multi-agent collaboration of AWS Bedrock. Okay, and on that agent canvas, we already prepared the well-using preset agent, like quite, it's quite, sorry, it's all written in Japanese, so I'll translate. So this is quite a classical marketing strategy agent, like we can conduct pest analysis and the SWOT analysis like that. And also, we have the media planning agent, so we can allocate the budget in an optimal way. And also, we can quite easily draw the customer journey. We have that kind of agent. But not just that. So in the previous section, I explained the creative on the as operation and also strategic planning. So what we are doing is we try to combine these solutions together in one user interface. And it's one of the cutting-edge solution from us. And here we are using Bedrock Agent Core. Without that technology, it's not realizable. So thanks to AWS, we can realize this solution. And how we are using Bedrock Agent Core is, let me introduce the full function. First one is Agent Core Runtime. It's the basis of our solution. In it, thanks to this function, we can provide our user to the real-time conversation, but not just the security. In the previous session on AWS introduced the guardrail, but it's very, very important. The security is very, very important. For example, when the salesperson for Matsuda can access the data to the Toyota, it's very, very problem. So we need to handle the data, and we need to handle the authorization, the authentication in one place. And in that case, that agent core identity is very important. And also, we are using agent core observability. This one is for the overall monitoring. And we are trying to gather the data from our employee. I need to, build the company's intelligence. So in that case, taking the log of the conversation is very important. So we're using this one for that. And also, we use, actually it's not function, but Agent Core is very easy to use. We have the test points. So using this function, it's very easy to develop and test and develop and test. So we're using this one. Okay, let me share the demonstration. I'm sorry, it's written in Japanese, but I will translate. Okay, let's make the new product of the sparkling water. Okay, what kind of sparkling water is good? And then give us the idea. How about shining sparkling water? It seems to be nice. So let's conduct a survey to AI audience, a synthesized audience, and have a conversation. Okay, it seems to be nice. And then let's summarize the result of interview. And then based on that, we can create the product name, tagline, and key visual like this. So let's summarize the results so far, like marketing proposition, value proposition. And then let's generate a customer journey. How people feel about that from recognition to conversion, then generate the digital banner, So we can do it on a completely one agent, one user interface on AWS. Like this. So it's very, very good. I think it's really good solution. But from here, next three slides might be important because last year I introduced several examples from our client, but it was all Japanese client for this one, this is first time to share this result externally. So we succeeded to utilize that kind of integrated marketing agent to Pandora. Pandora is one of the very most popular high brand and also casual brand, jewelry brand. And what we are doing is, it's a marketing AI agent, but sometimes, because we are trying to orchestrate several agents, and sometimes agent A will say different things compared to agent B, so we need to, balance the result. So what we're doing is we try to input our Dentsu expertise and also client first-party data. And then what we're doing is like this. I'm sorry. Oh, no. Okay. But in this case, the characters are English, but very, very small. So let me quite summarize what is happening. So what we need to do is just upload the client data. Client data, even if it's unstructured, it's okay, because AWS already have several functions to make unstructured data to structured data, like knowledge graph. There are several, okay? And based on that, we can we can detect which part is the most important in order to get the high performance. And not just that, based on that factor, it will recommend us the actionable element, actionable factor, and also tell us the interest, the insight, blah, 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 like this. I'm sorry, this is first time for me, so I'm not good at presenting this part. But by the way, like this, we already prepared, we already provided this solution to Pandora. And I asked Pandora, and I sent these 2 slides. Is it possible to share your results in Ireland? And the answer was yes, but not just that. I got really happy message from Pandora. Dentsu has broken new ground in building a comprehensive agentic solution for planning intelligence. We can immediately see how this will help internal and external team deliver better planning work in much shorter time, and importantly ensure our insight directly impact our platform level execution. From the okay, thank you. Okay. Thank you so much. But this message, I'm very, very happy. When I didn't ask Pandora, but they gave us, and it is from the Dennis Panderson, the vice president of global paid media and performance. It was very, I really appreciate. Okay. We have 5 minutes more, so let's go to the last part. Last part is physical experience. And then Swati's presentation, there is like a rule-based agent, and then generative model and agent, and the future it's still uncertain. But people say that after the agent, robotics is a little bit more future, but we already have several functions to handle the actual physical phenomena. So it's a little bit tough to say this year is the era of physical intelligence, but we need to ready for that era. Okay, so let me share the several example. And I was really shocked when I went to Singapore, and I went to AWS AI Innovation Hub. This is a showcase of the physical intelligence. For example, we have that kind of solution. It's Dudhwala product. When you go to the AWS Innovation Hub and just draw a picture, it's my super bad handwriting over the back, and then Amazon Nova, maybe Nova, automatically change this back to the actual beautiful bag. And when I draw the color, we can change color like this. And not just that, we can enjoy virtual try-on, and also we can have the conversation with the AI avatar like that. So it seems to be the topic of future, but not so far future, so we should be ready for that moment. And what we are doing, it's just POC, but we are doing using Amazon Nova, it's like this. Let me share.
I've analyzed your video. Tap the mic to talk.
スイングの最も重要な改善点を一つ教えてください。
最も重要な改善点はダウンスイングのパスです。クラブヘッドが体のラインの内側を維持することで 曲がりを減らし、まっすぐな飛距離を確保できます。
Thank you. What's the best way to practice?
The best drill to practice the downswing path is the mirror drill. Stand in front of a mirror and focus on keeping the club head inside the line of your body throughout the downswing, ensuring an inside-out path.
Like this, because Amazon nobody can understand the video and the voice and in the several languages. So when he talked to, this is actually go round, and when he talked to in Japanese, nobody answer in Japanese and in English, and in English like this. And not just that, because imagine in the era of the AR glass and VR glass, we can get that kind of the first-party view in store. Oh. Yeah, like this. So based on this video, we can get the tendency of the behavior in store, like she's watching the fragrance and the shoes, and also comparing the color. So her decision-making style might be the how to say the careful compiler, blah, 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 like this. So based on that physical information, we can get the persona for marketing. And not just that, we can reflect this persona to the digital behavior. So because we already have the data, which kind of person behave how in the store, so we just reflect this one to the digital area, but it's still like the analyzing the behavior. So what we can do is more like this. So what's a good for AWS is in Amazon Group, not AWS, but they also have the Amazon Ads. So this is the collaborative solution from them. When we set that kind of solution named Amazon signage stick on any kind of device, if we have the HDMI, and then we can change the device like this is in our office, but like this camera is detecting her face and automatically change the in-store signage like this. Okay, I have 1 minute more. And then let's go to the next. This is the last example, but not just that. It is. I was really shocked when I see this example in Singapore from AWS, because in Singapore, in the Southeast Asia, there's so many Gen Alpha, and Gen Alpha tends don't go to the actual sports match so much, but instead they're playing game. So what they try to do is convert real match to digital match just in a 4 to 6 second delay. It seems to be real. The playing style is completely the same. So we can, thank you so much. We can simultaneously convert the real match to digital match. And what is good is, because it's digital, so this advertisement part might be personalized for each audience. It is impossible in a real stadium. So I'm sorry, 8 seconds. Okay, so this is final slide. I'm sorry. Thank you so much, AWS. And thanks to you, I succeeded to the higher marketing performance and the new concept of marketing. I'm very happy to work AWS like AI giant. Matagama, you can use this phrase. By the way, and also, compared to before, the development time is very, very short. Maybe the next session is coincidentally kilo, so please take a look. And our development speed become 20 times quicker. So we have the less of time, so not just marketing, so we can now touch the different business area like HR, the manufacturing, and logistics. So again, thank you so much, AWS. So, okay. Oh, thank you.